Hi everyone, Ellen Zink here in the Richmond showroom, and I have my good friend here, Carolyn Deemer.
Good morning.
And we are so excited to be here. We have something new and fresh for you. It is called Viva Style. Carolyn, how excited are we about this?
Love it, Ellen. This is such a fresh, clean look for us and so different, all from Evergreen.
I know.
I love it, love it, love it.
It's so modern, contemporary looking. I love the color palettes. And let's talk just for a second about how Viva Style came to be.
Okay.
So
I'll give you a couple of little highlights there
right.
then. So Viva Style came about really because of a lot of the input that we were getting from you, our retailers, and from a lot of our territory managers, really asking for, we do such a beautiful line of indoor and outdoor product with a lot of artist driven and a lot of prints and a lot of color. But what we really kind of have a void in is something that's a little more transitional and neutral.
Right.
And a little more modern and sleek.
Yes.
And so this is really how this was born.
Right. And I love this because whether your home decor is that contemporary look or not, you can either have a complete look, tell the story, or you can just pick some of the pieces to update your look at home. But the neutral color tones are perfect for doing that.
They are, and I think you'll see as we walk through Viva Style, really how we describe it is a curated collection of product for in the home and for outdoors. That is a really nice and tight collection, all inspired by nature.
Yep.
And so that's where a lot of what you mentioned, a lot of the natural comes from.
Yeah.
So let's take a look.
All right, let's get started. Let's start with what's right behind you, actually.
Sure. So here, I love the little mango table.
This is beautiful. What a great accent piece to just, outside the sunroom, just to give a little bit of depth here with the top, the mango here.
I love it.
And then we have our indoor-outdoor rugs as well.
And those are really nice, and I love the fact, Ellen, you'll see quite a few of those as we go through, but those are out of that PET material, so comes from the recycled plastics, so also very eco-friendly. Weather resistant, you can put them right outside, hose them off, they can be indoor or outdoor, so those are fantastic.
They're great. And how about these accent pieces, Carolyn? How awesome are these?
Love it, love it, love it.
Yeah.
So a nice metal that is going to, again, weather very well. And what I really like too, we didn't touch on that yet, while Viva Style is new for us, we're doing those categories that Evergreen is known for. So,
absolutely.
Right now we're going to kind of walk through some of the decor, indoor and outdoor, the hanging accent pieces. I love that.
So different.
Very natural.
Yes, very natural. I love the detail in it. And it's just that more contemporary look that a lot of the retailers have been asking for.
They have been. Bringing in over here then, you'll see that a lot of these pieces, whether it's an indoor piece or an outdoor piece, it all works together. So you can have a very blended look from whether it's maybe on your covered porch outside or whether it's inside, but that same style can go from inside to outside and have that same look through your house and out through your entertaining space outside.
It's really a statement piece, a lot of these, which just kind of sets the look for the entire story.
Sure.
So let's keep moving back here.
Okay.
Against the wall, if we can. We're going to do our best to show you some of this. But we have this wall decor here.
And that's more of like a raffia.
Yes.
Very natural woven look.
Yeah, it's a great piece. And then coming back into some of our core pieces here, we have some stakes that have both the glass, the natural stone, and then the metal icons on them, which just kind of elevate things into that more modern look.
And it's very interesting with all the shapes and the textures and the colors.
Yes, absolutely. I love, this has a little embossing on it. This has a little of the metallic metal. And then again, of course, the worn metal icon on top. And of course, we can't forget our rain chains. These are a little bit larger in size, but that hammered copper look here, that is so on trend with a more natural finish to it. And then you have just the little cupped flower here.
Beautiful.
Which is really nice. And tell us about this piece, Carolyn.
This is one of my favorites, the hanging mobile. And we do so many hanging pieces that go outdoors. This could be perfect for indoors or a covered porch. You can hear you've got a little bit of metal there for your...
Sure. Kind of a soothing tone in the wind.
It is. So that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And very contemporary.
Very much so.
And even as we're looking here, this is what we're showing for Viva Style, but work with your salesperson. You'll be able to see all of the other pieces that will either complement or would have a completely different look for a different consumer too. So much more to show there.
Absolutely. So we just want to show a couple more pieces here before we move to the table, because I know you're really excited to see that table. But we've got some very unique stakes here with
the driftwood.
The driftwood and then the glass in the center. I love those. They're so different looking. But again, back to our core categories of stakes, right?
I know when you first saw those, you mentioned that was one of your favorite pieces.
I do love it. I love that driftwood, the natural look with the glass, some color in there. And then we'll show you some more planters, but we have a number of planters throughout this line. It might be a little tough to see this here, but we'll see it elsewhere also. But you can also see the one in front here. And then this totally unique lantern. I mean, look at the statement piece.
Love that rustic look.
Yes. I love all the detail in it and the rope. It's just a really great piece. So let's move to the table, because I know you are so excited about this.
I am. So I love how, as we look at the table itself, this is actually part of our teak collection from Plow and Hearth. And I love how you can have a little bit of Plow and Hearth, a little bit of Viva Style together, and it all just works. But let's talk about specifically with the Viva pieces here. So the tray down at the end by you, Ellen, I love that piece. We're getting into a little bit more of some of the kitchen pieces and some of the entertaining pieces. I think that is just beautiful. And then as you see these trays then with the beading,
I love the beading.
I do too. You'll see that then continue with some of the rectangular trays, with your tiered tray, and I know that the retailers have been asking for more trays because people really want to be able to put little pieces in there and make that the centerpiece of their table, do some layering with them. So that's been really a big request from our sales team based upon the retailer feedback.
So I just want to point out with this 3-tier piece, the detail, because you've got that basket weave in here.
Yep.
And again, I think when you look at all of this Viva Terra, the detail that went into curating this is what makes it stand out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so.
And again, just that versatility.
Yes.
This could go in anybody's home.
Absolutely. And then we also want to touch on, because this is such a huge category for us.
The recycled glass, yes.
Yeah.
So I love that, and you'll see that in some different colors and different sizes as we go throughout as well.
Yeah, and then we almost forgot about our lanterns here. And this I love as well. I love the different shapes, the glass and metal mixed. I just think it's got that unique, almost kind of a Moroccan feel to it,
That's
if you will.
what I was thinking. Right.
Yep.
Right.
So again, it's just a much more modern, contemporary look. We do have one thing that we almost forgot. Our runner.
I'm glad you mentioned it.
I know.
Yes, I love this. So really nice, super soft finish on this piece. And then you're going to see a rug, and then as well as some pillows that will coordinate here. So really very sharp and a great addition there. And again, just all that layering that you can do on the table.
You know, this collection, there's so much to look at. I mean, here's another thing we almost forgot.
Right.
So again, the embossing, the textured metal, to give some dimension to your story here. But I think the natural tones you can build off in anybody's home or retail store. I mean, when you just look at this collection here, what an impressive eye-catching display.
And I love that everything blends together, but for somebody who doesn't want that matchy pattern, it still all really works together and has a really a wow presence to it.
I agree 100% here. I mean, I think this is just a great look. I know we've got some more over here that we want to show, so we're going to walk over.
We do. This entire collection, Ellen, I mean, I feel like we just looked at so much over here.
This is really exciting. Again, core categories that Evergreen is known for and we retail very well with. So let's start up at the top with these nested planters.
I think these are wonderful, and they're nested, as you said, so easy to store and easy to display in the store, right? Easy for shipments and to make sure they come to you in great shape. I think one of the things you pointed out, Ellen, was that all of the detail on them. Yes.
The bronze color, the embossing. I love the color palette with the 3 different colors. All neutral, that will work with anybody's decor or store retail to tell the story. The texture, yes. And what a great piece. I think you were going to mention that it ships in September.
Right, so perfect timing as we're getting ready for all those fourth quarter entertaining events at the home. So usually we find that people are looking for a few of those accent pieces just to kind of add a little bit extra sparkle to their home and get ready for all the guests who are coming for the holidays. So perfect timing to bring this into the store and have ready for that consumer to add to their home.
Absolutely, and I think I'm just going to come back here, that brass embossing here, you could totally dress up for the holidays with that and have some lights and
absolutely.
greenery. So, and I think as we go through this, you're going to see that with many of these piece types.
So let's start here then with some of the lanterns. I love the detail here, then even with the ceramic lantern, nice clean look, but with the added detail of the leather strap and going back to what we mentioned before as far as some of those extra details. And then these are solar as well.
Perfect.
So yes, and then you have some of the birding pieces here with the blown glass.
Those are beautiful.
Aren't they beautiful?
Yes.
They really are.
Iridescent the color and the glass is with those. So those are great. And then we come down in all these little accent pieces with the birding. And I love the natural wood look. And then you have your ceramic. So a little bit of something for everybody. And then moving across here, we go into some more metal, different planters.
Love it, love it, love it. And you've got the next set down here. Again, very versatile, can work in any home. Love those. The watering cans, so you can really put together your story in the stores from some of these outdoor and functional pieces, which is great.
I was just going for that, Caroline.
I don't want to steal your thunder.
No, you're next to it. You go. It's
I was going to say, I know you loved this, and then with the wooden details here, and then the detail that you have up here, then with the raffia, so just all those little points that make it really something very special.
And live plants continue to be such a trend.
Huge
indoor.
category.
And you can, the planters, indoor, covered porch, but it just gives that extra dimension in your decor. So I'm really excited to see the variety that we have now.
Great, great, great.
All right, should we move on in to a little bit more of the indoor look over here?
Absolutely.
Okay, so do you want to start on your side? I'm going to tell you right now favorites.
Okay.
Favorites, wood. These bowls,
the mango wood.
The mango wood is awesome, and we've got it in 2 sizes. Those I really think are great pieces. And I'm so excited to see coasters coming back.
Very nice, very nice.
So
some great entertaining pieces, and we're going to see a few more of them as we go through. But before we get there, wanted to point out these candles. And these are really nice. That's a concrete material. Again, very, very earthy and taking a nod back to nature then with the design you see there. And then the lanterns.
Yeah, the lanterns are a great piece. Make a real statement there with those, as you can see in the display. So let's go back against this wall here, and then we'll come up front again. But I love all the stakes. We've got some mirrors. Again, the artisan glass. But these stakes, I'm going to jump over here if you don't mind real quick. Look how fantastic these are. The detail on that. I'm going to take this off for a minute.
I was going to say, I'm just envisioning this outside and the sun catching that little bit of glisten on there.
Yeah.
Those are gorgeous. They're like art pieces.
They're really very nice. So, and then if we look up here, you and I were talking about these earlier.
The rattan, I love the mixed mediums there. Again, that very modern, very on-trend look and very sleek. And that's a lot of what you're going to see here with Viva Terra.
I love the different sizes. I just think it's fun to have that different sizes set up that way. Getting tongue-tied here. So then we have this great mirror here. How great would that look in an entryway, or just, again, to make that set in the retail store.
And I love the tie back with the beading and then again the raffia. So you're going to see a lot of those textures and those materials repeat through.
All that natural fiber, if
Exactly.
Yeah. So, and then we were talking about the caning planters.
I love those. We'll see another set as well, but just really a very refined look. And we even have a bench that has that on the backing, which is, I think, one of my favorite pieces.
That's great. I can't wait to see that.
Love this bird bath.
I know. It's so unique, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And it's the perfect size.
Perfect size, and again, that dimension and bringing in just all those natural stones and everything. So a great piece there. But
and let's not forget the trays that we have here.
Love those. So perfect to put in your family room. You could have that in a kitchen if you wanted to, if you have a big table. So really you can do a lot there. And going back to what we mentioned earlier, everybody's looking for those trays to layer in.
Yes, they're great
Love
pieces.
it.
Okay, let's move over to the hostess. And
yes.
We have this great new glassware. And you have your dinner plate, salad plate, and salad bowl. I love the 3 color choices.
That's what I was thinking.
Again, it's going to mix into any home decor, any retail display, and what a great way in fourth quarter to kind of freshen up the home for all that entertaining we're going to be doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then if we look up here, just to extend that, Ellen, we have then the mango moon.
I'm going to pull one down
with the glass.
without breaking it, Carolyn.
There we go. I love that. What a great piece.
I love the 2 sizes.
And what you said, what a perfect hostess gift to take to someone's house when you're going over for the holidays.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to go in anybody's house, right?
Absolutely. You know it's safe.
Exactly.
You know it's safe.
Exactly. And we have a serving tray here with different condiment bowls. I love the little wooden spoons. It's just a great
trays
entertaining
here.
pieces. You know what else? I really like the cream ceramic look.
Very simple but elegant.
Goes with everything. Absolutely. And then you have your slate cheese board for your charcuterie.
Very good.
So that's a great piece. And I love the slate as well. I think that I have some of that myself. I just really like the look of it. And then it's a little hard to see here, but I'm going to come around to the camera because we have these 2 serving pieces. And how fun are they, Carolyn?
Those are great.
Again, to stack, you get that dimension. What a great display piece in the retailer. So I just think these are great, and that natural mango wood is just so on trend right now.
It's going to be a conversation starter if that's on your table.
Yep. So, all right, well, I think we have a couple more displays that we're going to walk through.
We do, and I think maybe as we're going that way, I just want to talk about, and we're going to see some more of the garden pieces as we go, but even then, some of these garden stakes. Love these, a little bit different look than what you would find with Evergreen. Again, more of that nod to nature.
Cactus.
Yes, isn't that
Southwest
fun?
is going to love that.
Oh, I know.
So let's stop over here at this bench. We talked about the runner over on the table where we started with this beautiful fabric. Here's a throw blanket, some great
Pillows?
accent
Yep.
pillows,
Yep.
and then a rug as well. So just something to really round out the look. Again, very natural, a little bit of a bohemian look to it as well.
It's a great way to describe it. And then I
So-
love that we've got the coordinating little side table here, and again, bringing back that natural with the lantern and the beading there. And then this, I have
That
to
is
say,
beautiful.
isn't it gorgeous?
Stunning.
We are known for our glass bird baths, and then this piece is just absolutely beautiful and a little bit more, I'd say, organic in the shape. So very
Yes.
natural looking.
I love the crackle in the glass.
The detail, absolutely.
And the color. The color's great too.
So as we head this way, Ellen, we'll talk
Okay.
a little bit. I think we're going to start with some of the home pieces.
Yeah.
So taking another look at the lanterns we saw earlier, but then also definitely let's take a look at some of the plant covers. Yes. So a really nice cotton finish, and again in those very versatile, very transitional colors, very earthy.
A great piece, a lot of stable,
Right.
sturdy, maybe is a better word
There
for
you go.
it, to hold things. So I love that it's not collapsing.
Exactly,
So that's
exactly.
a great piece.
And that little table.
I don't want to get caught up in the next one, Carolyn. So I love this concrete vase. And then, as you just mentioned, the accent tables.
Love it.
And here's our
The mango.
the mango that we saw earlier. And just some great accent pieces with the hanging planter here. One of the things I'm really excited to see back is the candlesticks. We see those in a number of the vignettes, and they are so back on trend. You see a lot of them in the retailers.
And we're going to see a few more of them as we go through.
Yes, but the customers, the end consumers are looking for it. And then Carolyn, tell us about this really fun, excuse me, hanging lantern.
Yeah, so isn't that
Lamp.
beautiful?
Yeah.
And again, just look at the detail. You've got the floral in there, and you have the caning, and just a lot of that extra attention that you see. So really makes a big difference. You know, one of the things, Ellen, as we were kind of going through and working with Viva Style and getting ready for today, I spent quite a bit of time going through and looking at some of the furniture stores that are out there that are very popular. And this whole color palette and the tones really lends itself to what consumers are buying in their big purchase,
Yes.
furniture purchases. So we know this is going to go very well to complement
Absolutely.
what they have at home, because it's very on trend with what you're seeing out there with all the furniture pieces.
Yeah, it is. And I think it also, because it's those accent pieces, it's a little more unique maybe.
Right.
And it just kind of sets it apart from the larger.
So speaking of unique, what about these stakes over here?
Those are very cool. Very, very cool.
Very artisan looking. They
Yeah,
look like
yes.
they're handmade.
They do. They do. I love the shape of them, the swirl. I love the natural metal look. And then the ones in the front there that have that embossing that brings us back to those planters that we saw previously.
Right, right. Almost a terracotta look.
Yes, and then the planters they're in even. So that is very fun. And then we've got these great statement piece in the crackle.
The crackle. And they're
Amazing
actually
balls.
ceramic, and yes, they are beautiful.
Yeah.
And we know how well we do with gazing balls, but just a different take on
Yes.
them.
I mean, and those you can put them in a stand or you can put them on a table and they make a great statement
Glad you
piece.
just said that. They light up.
Oh, there you go.
Of course they do, right?
Of course
so
they
it'd be
do. They're
beautiful
from
inside.
Evergreen or Viva Style.
Exactly.
So again, we were talking about the candlesticks. Here's some more with that concrete
Look at the
look.
shapes.
Again, the different heights, that gives you the dimension, love that. And then the tabletop fountains that we do so well with.
Right, right. I don't want to forget that lantern. We were talking about this yesterday.
Let me see if I can get in here.
With that beading and then
pick
the
it
jute
up.
and, oh, it's just so unique.
Those are, look at that detail.
Love it.
So it's a great piece, and it is sizable, Carolyn.
Love it.
It is very heavy. So there's these really fun little bells above that, Carolyn.
Yes, so ceramic, and then we add in just that little bit of a hint of some of the metallics there to really kind of, again, make it a little bit different. And a little bit of the beading on top.
Yes, great pieces. So we'll keep moving down because we've got a
Yep.
couple more vignettes to talk through. So this is a great, very clean, minimalist look. That is something that those young 30s are looking for.
Sure. And so I think one of my favorite things here I'll point out are the planters in the back with, again, that caning, like what we saw earlier. And as I mentioned, that we have that bench, but just a really elegant look.
And again, that raffia here.
Yes.
In the detail.
Yes.
A more natural look. So, also, since we're right here, what a great little piece. That glass, very artisan looking, as you've talked about throughout all of this. And I think that's just a great little accent piece. So
let's go here then to
moving.
to the bird houses. I love these.
Yeah.
Very modern, and while they're modern and sleek, they're also still functional. So they have all the function of the rest of our bird baths that we're so well known for. Again, we're showcasing here the teak set from Plow and how well this works with all the Viva accessories, whether it be the pillows that you see in the back, and they tie then into the, again, the PEP wash-up mats, yes, that you can just hose down. I love the new stones here and all the detail there with the succulents.
I like the birdhouses, that clean look, and then as you mentioned, you've got that tabletop fountain that's been a great seller for us, just a little updated here with Viva Style. So again, just creating that more natural environment, telling a great story that, comfort in the home and great for entertaining.
And just, I think we really now really rounds out the entire Evergreen assortment, right? So if your store likes to have a little bit of maybe more of the artist-driven and the prints and some of the color, but then you have a section in your store that is a little bit more of that modern and more of the neutrals and more of the transitional, we have that covered too. So it's a really good balance.
I would agree. I'm going to ask the cameraman as we wrap this up, if he wants to just go across the top here, which tells a little bit of
The story, yeah.
Viva's story and what they can expect look-wise, because the catalog looks fantastic. And I think this is a little bit of a sneak peek into that as well, just kind of captures what we're looking to create with Viva Style. So how excited are we about this, Carolyn?
Extremely excited, and I know as our salespeople have been able to preview a lot of this, they're really excited and can't wait to bring it to your stores. And certainly, we've given you the highlights today, but your territory manager will be able to fill you in with all the details and help you out with the promotions and their suggestions for your stores. So we thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good day.